What's up, friends? This is Jazz. You know what's one thing that was a big part of my childhood besides Pokemon? Rugrats. I couldn't get enough of it as a kid. I mean, all those babies going on bizarre adventures. Like, to me as a kid, that was crazy. Now, unlike a lot of my stuff, I've kept a majority of my Rugrats things, tapes, all. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to show you guys my entire Rugrats collection, and you wouldn't believe some of the stuff that I actually have.
Alright guys, this is a little unscripted, but here in this bag and on some of the bed is my Rugrats collection. I would call it a collection because I have a whole whack of Rugrats merchandise. Way more than I ever thought I did. We'll just say I collected a lot of these things as a kid. Never got rid of them. There was maybe one other tape that I used to have. I think I used to have it. I no longer have it. But a majority of my Rugrats stuff, I kept. So, compared to Jazz's getting rid of a whole bunch of other stuff, I never got rid of my Rugrats stuff, for the most part. I'm just going as it goes, the things in the bag first. And the first thing is Easter. Now on this tape there's a double-length feature, and there's the episode Share It, Share a Spike, and Spike the Wonder Dog. We got the holiday celebration. And there's disc 1, which is Halloween, which has Curse of the Werewolf, Ghost Story, Aunt Miriam, wow, that says a lot about her Aunt Miriam, Sleep Trouble, and Spike's Night Scare. And disc 2 is Turkey and Mistletoe, which has The Turkey Who Came to Dinner, Babies in Toyland, The Santa Experience, A Rugrat Kwanzaa, and Hanukkah. Now, I'm also showing you what it looks like on this. This is the Halloween one. And this is the speech. There's bonus episodes, like what I mentioned. Then there's a full screen format, Dolby Digital, and English stereo. Angelica dressed as an angel. I'm sorry, that is just... And some flyers. And the Turkey and Mistletoe. And the special features are the episodes I mentioned, and the same things that were on the other. Pretty much. Rugrats in Paris, the movie. I liked this movie alright. Like, there wasn't anything to me, like, it was a decent sequel to the first movie, I think. And I liked it went on in Chucky's, Chucky finding a mom, and I just, honestly, that I Want a Mom That Will Last Forever song really hits me hard now. Because, as some of you know, specifically the N-Man 64, I lost my mother when I was 18, the day after I turned 18. I knew her for 18 years, or 17 and a half, or 3/4 years of my life. Then she's just gone. I mean, it wasn't a surprise because we knew she was ill, but it was just the timing was surprising. It's like she just saw me turn 18. It's like God had that in plan for her, to keep her to see me turn 18. He may not have seen my graduation, but that song is just a lot harder for me now. And we'll see if there's any special features. No, not that I know of. And I think I may have, did I forget to show you the, I'll show you that in a minute. We got Snow White, it's the Tales from the Crib, and the special features on this is Rugrats Preschool Days, Good News, Bad News, and Picture Perfect, Snow White music video, full screen format, Dolby Digital, and English Studio. So, remember those episodes of the not so long-lived spin-off Preschool Days? The unsuccessful spin-off on like All Grown Up? Yeah. I think there was only 4 or 5 episodes ever aired, and between this and the next thing I gotta show you, I have most of them. And the next thing is 3 Jacks and a Beanstalk, the Tales from the Crib. And on there, special features are the never-before-seen Rugrats Preschool Days specials, Fighters, Keepers, Three's a Crowd, and the other things that were mentioned on the last 4 or 5 things. Honestly, I believe these specials were released after the original cancellation of Rugrats in, was it 2004-ish, 2005? So this was a late addition episodes to the Rugrats series. But honestly, these 2 are one of my favorites because they take the whole fairy tale format and make it into Rugrats adventure type of thing. So I'm glad I own these. I think I ordered one online. I found one. These were a later addition to my collection, but I'm glad that I have them. Runaway Reptar. This was not an after cancellation edition, but this was one of the later Rugrats VHSs to be released. And it's about when the babies go to the theater and they think their hero has gone bad. So, I don't know why they call it, well, no, because the dinosaur is running through the street, or the cities. So yeah, I guess it could be called Right Away. I don't know why but I don't quite get why they call it Right Away, because the dinosaur is in sight, But anyway, and there's one bonus thing, and that's Chucky's Complaint. The episode where Chucky sees Reptar being mean and stealing Reptar cereal from, in a commercial. That's how it's supposed to be. Reptar's a dinosaur, and he wants the cereal. Chucky writes Chucky tries to, say, oh, that's not nice that you steal the boy's cereal. Could you maybe have your own cereal? But Angelica writes it for him, since he can't write. Well, she can't really either, but more so than him. And she spells out a whole bunch of mean things and says, if you're looking for me, I'm, and Chucky becomes scared. I know, but you guys gotta get that premise. Like, it's a pretty funny episode, and I like like this special okay. I think I like the bonus episode a little more in some ways. Maybe because it's not as long and my attention span is like... But it's not a bad episode right away, Reptar. It's not a bad double feature. But I still think I'd prefer the two movies. I prefer the Rugrats in Paris and the Rugrats First movie over this, special any day. Actually, I prefer the two, the Tales from the Crypts over that. It's just, I don't know why. And speaking of, the only other full-length feature Rugrat movie I have, Rugrats, the movie. Plus, it has a bonus short of Cat Dog. On it, and I'm trying to see it as the Cat Dog, as the bonus. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Usually it's more the DVDs that show the bonus feature section on it. But it does show it has this bonus short Cat Dog, so... And... Rugrats, the movie. Now, you're wondering, do I have Rugrats Go Wild? No. Would I get it? I'm a collectionist, probably to have, but honestly, out of all three of these actual movies, that is my least one of my least favorites of them. I mean, I never thought the Wild Thornberrys was awful, but it's just not a great spin-off. Not a great, collab. I mean, it could have worse, but a Rugrats Vacation, and it says one double-length special plus 2 bonus cartoons. Ah, they do have a bonus features section here. Wow, who would thought? So it says, so it's Grand Canyon and Ice Cream Mountain. 2 okay episodes, I actually think all 3 of these episodes aren't bad. I mean, unlike the whole Runaway Reptile, it's not bad. It's alright, exciting for kids. I honestly think, again, all 3 of these episodes I find I enjoy a little bit. Like, Angelica is such a ham, trying to be a singer, performer, and Stu having to grab her at the Grand Canyon. It's just amazing what a garage will look like to 2 toddlers. And Ice Cream Mountain, I guess, out of all 3 are my least favorite. But the fact that they're going for ice cream, which all kids love, to find the disappointment that it's just a big glass, or not glass, what do they call it? Not plastic, but it's hard, like maybe glass, I don't know, but it's maybe hard plastic, maybe is what they call it. Cement, maybe. But it's just, I feel so bad for them wanting to get ice cream and going all that way to try to get ice cream and there'd be no ice cream. Like, yes, I apologize if this seems lengthy so far, but I'm making this video out of something that I really love to do, my collection I'm proud of, and it gives you something a little more longer for me rather than just, oh, here's a card opening, here's a for better or for worse vlog, Chucky the Brave. And then there's 4 cartoons plus exclusive rap music video, which the Rugrat Rap, I believe, is what it is. So the episode we have is The Slide, My Friend Barney, Chucky versus the Potty, Chucky's Wonderful Life, plus the Rugrat Rap music video. Now, what do I think of these episodes here? They're classic Chucky episodes. I think my favorite is probably Chucky's Wonderful Life, in a way, because it's kind of one of those old, oh, what if I didn't exist type of stories, and I think it's one kind of done right, in a way. Fairly Odd Parents and Timmy's not wishing to be existed. That this was done right, in my opinion. Like, it showed, well, life is miserable without Chucky. Like, it doesn't, I mean, maybe the Fairly Odd Parents was trying to subvert the expectations of what you expect from a show like that. And I'll admit that was brilliant, that everyone's life was better off without Timmy. But it's just the moral of that. Like, they try to ham in a moral, like, in a sense of the word. Like, Timmy didn't want to exist because they weren't appreciating him. Chucky, while he felt that he's causing everyone's life misery, so at least his intentions were good for that wish. Like, he really wasn't like, oh, well, I didn't get rewarded or noticed for my efforts. So I like this over that Fairly Odd Parents episode. And plus, Angelica gets her just desserts in the end for what she did, which, for any of you know, she stole a CD and she blamed him. So, as I said, that is a great episode. And I guess the slide is okay too. Like, I mean, Susie and Angelica's bet against, if Chucky will go down the slide, and the fact that I think Susie won the bet. Again, Angelica gets her just desserts for, then again, Chucky's usually very scared. So, it could have gone either way for them, but Mommy Mania. A double length plus 3 bonus cartoons. What do I have to say, guys? The double length feature is almost heartbreaking in a way. And it is Mother's Day. The episodes are Mother's Day, Game Show Dee Dee, Family Feud, Mommy's Little Assistant. Now, the Mother's Day episode, again, it's kind of heartbreaking, but beautiful at the same time. Like, Chucky finally learns, and we finally learn he actually had a mother, despite him still talking as if she was still alive seasons earlier. Yeah, kind of contradicting, that's the only thing. Like, Chucky talked as if he still remembered his mother. Like, in that episode, Chucky versus the Potty, when he was like, my mom took me off the bottle. Yeah. Yet in Mother's Day, he doesn't remember ever having a mother. Does he mean his father? Was it an actual saying that his father's like his mother? I don't know, but it obviously we knew he had to have a birth mother to exist, right? So it showed Chucky's mother how everyone loved her in a way, but she never was in the show, besides that one segment. Also showed Angelica being her bossy self in the weirdest way. Like, Angelica was Chucky's new mom, and you know what? Maybe I don't want to remember that part. And no one would want her as a mother, especially, like, her mother's a better mother than she is to Chucky, than Angelica is to Chucky. Speaking of, one of my least favorite episodes, though, Mommy's Little Assistant. Well, that's not awful, but it's Angelica being Angelica, right? And, like, are you gonna, you know what, Charlotte should just said yes, you ruined my bottle, you little piece of, yes, I'm gonna, okay, no, that would be a little strong for a kid's show, I suppose, but no, she got in trouble, and she got scolded, but she says, no, you're my daughter, I love you, which I guess is a good mother response, right? Charlotte is not the worst mother, despite what people believe, especially in the All Grown Up series. She seems to have upped her parental skills, like grounding her when necessary in the right situations. Like, she may have been very busy with her work, but she would have odd moments where she would teach her daughter lessons, and that's valuable. But it would have been better if she had paid more attention when she was a toddler, and not stepping up I suppose she's stepping up at all, but it's just, my point being is she's not as bad as a lot of people say, Charlotte. She does love her daughter. She isn't abusive necessarily, whether it's emotional or physical or neglectful. She's cared for. Angelica is over cared for in the needs department. So it just, she probably needed a little more emotional stability, like maybe her mother should have taken the time to sit down saying, okay, yes, you hear mommy yelling at her assistant, but that's part of my work, and that's not something you should do to everyone, like she sees her father and her mother and acts the way they do, just maybe on a more tyrannical level, is what it seems, right? But anyway, I'm sorry for going on a tangent. I'm just saying that I don't think any of the Rugrats parents are necessarily awful. I mean, there are moments where, yeah, they shouldn't have children, but they care in their own way. Even Charlotte and Drew, which just they aren't quite aware so much how their behavior is impacting their daughter in a way. Trust me, I would far rather them than some parent that would leave me in a room with no clothes, a mattress, nowhere to go to the bathroom, a neglected hit. I would far rather the Pickles than them, right? Because as messed up as their way of handling it is, sometimes at least they care. Rugrats, Dead Kate in Diapers. Rugrats Favorites, Volume 1. Now this has episodes based on categories, I guess. And they have 5 of the 10 Rugrats episodes in these orders. Favorite bossiest episode, Angelica Orders Out. Favorite Brave Baby episode, The First Cut. Favorite Reptar Rages episode, Reptar on Ice. Favorite All Out Adventure episode, No Bones About It. Favorite Dog Day episode, Be My Valentine. Now, I admit, these episodes are solid. Well, no, they also have a 7-minute bonus, the Rugrats pilot. So this is the pilot episode that I don't know if was released besides this. So I don't know. It's good to have. It's nice to have. Even if I may not be able to watch it right off the bat. But anyway, all these are solid episodes. The one I would say my least favorite was probably Angelica Orders Out. But that's because it's another Angelica taking advantage of people. It is not that the episode isn't good. Like, it's made well. I just say, just like with me and Eric Cartman, I'm not the biggest fan of Angelica. But you know what? I suppose I would still prefer Angelica over Cartman any day. At least she hasn't murdered someone even as a teenager. And teenagers can murder people, right? So at least she hasn't gone that far, and she has some empathy, some type of empathy. Cartman, none whatsoever. You could tell he rarely has empathy. Angelica, even if you could say that her empathy is on the rare side too, it's a lot more prominent. She, in a sense of the word, if someone else were picking on the baby, she would stand up for them, in a way. It's hard to explain. Like, trust me, Angelica is still way better than Cartman, but I just find that she's a toddler, an annoying toddler. Think maybe a little bit better than Caillou. Yeah, a little better than Caillou. That is not saying much, though. Caillou is the biggest pain in the ass I've ever... Yeah, whatever. Rugrats Tommy Troubles in 4 cartoons plus 3 classic shorts. Now, what they mean by that is there's 3 shorts that are, Rugrats related. But before I go into that, we have Naked Tommy, Incident in Aisle 7, Baseball Tommy, Rebel Without a Teddy Bear. And then the 3 classic shorts are the Offbeats. And as a group, in the group of kids plus not one talking dog who don't fit in with the snotty populars. But when the populars pick on the Offbeats, guess who gets the last laugh? Offbeats? Okay, I don't want to think the dirty there. But anyway, again, these episodes again, I like them all. The only thing that was a little unfamiliar for me was Rebel Without a Teddy Bear, but I do sort of remember it now. Tommy's favorite teddy bear is like, in the trash, and like it's disgusting. And, he actually tries to follow his Angelica's advice to act like a spoiled brat. What? Never listen to Angelica. Never ever listen to Angelica. Okay, maybe never ever listen to Angelica. And I may have forgotten to take this out. Oops. But yeah, Tommy, never ever listen to Angelica. Unless you're on your... You know what? No, again, never ever listen to Angelica. Yeah, I got quite a few takes here. I think I like you, and there's 4 sweet stories. Ooh, there's Chucky, there's Susie, and then there is 4 episodes, Be My Valentine, which I think is a double-length feature, I think. Junior Prom, He Saw, She Saw, and I Do. And I believe Be My Valentine is a double special where they're trying to get Spike a Valentine, and then they go to a Valentine's themed dance and go to the daycare while their parents are at the dance. So I like that. The Junior Prom, well, Susie, obviously, Susie's sister is going to the prom, so they're trying to have their own little prom, it's a junior prom in a way. So He Saw, She Saw, Chucky gets a crush. I don't get how they can portray that with toddlers. Does Chucky even know what a crush is, love is? You don't even get an idea until you're like at least 8. Like, you can kind of see what you have influenced older brothers or sisters, you would have an idea, but as a toddler too, a crush? You know what, it doesn't always have to make sense. But he meets this girl, Emma, who is kind of mean in a way, but not, how do I put it, not in Angelica's type of way. She's more of a toddler, so mean could be like pinching, and it's, that type of mean, not, I'm going to boss everyone, I don't know how to explain it. And I do. Well, Angelica wants to plan a wedding. She gets in a romantic type of mood. Yeah, it's about love. Christmas! 3 merry episodes with babies in Toyland. Alright, so we have the babies in Toyland, the double feature where Angelica tells the babies that if Neil doesn't have a memorable first Christmas, he'll never be able to celebrate Christmas again. Angelica being Angelica, being a big ass even during Christmas. But no, she's been a good girl all year. Really, we'll say Angelica gets her just desserts. Partially. She gets a lesson on being good, acting as every day is Christmas, is a holiday, be good. Like, she said she tried so hard to be good. Well, yeah, and what she told the babies are saying otherwise. Don't you think Santa can see it up there? Yeah. And we have the bonus episodes, Falling Stars and Cuddle Buddy. Wait. What do they have to do with Christmas? I mean, the Fallen Stars... Yeah, how do these episodes have to do anything with Christmas? Look, I know I have the Santa Experience already on that holiday DVD, but this was a VHS before that was released. They could have had the Santa Experience along with Babies in Toyland, and maybe kept the Falling Stars. Maybe, you could argue. But I suppose Cuddle Buddy is a piñata, so... Okay, maybe keep Cuddle Buddy, even though none of them have to do anything with holidays. Besides the Babies of Toyland. You know what? Jazz is just going into a, But again, the Babies of Toyland, I liked this Christmas special. I think think I do prefer the Santa experience just a little bit more, though. Maybe because it was his Rugrats' first ever one, and it didn't have all that BS of Angelica being, absolutely okay, yeah, I suppose she had her moments. Bedtime Bash. 5 not so sleepy cartoons. But anyway, as I said, yeah, Angelica was sort of an ass in the Santa experience, but just wasn't as a prominent, not ass. Like, maybe she did one bad thing, and that she tries to, rectify it, so. But anyway, in the Bedtime Bash we have Party Animals, Under Chucky's Bed, Tooth or Dare, in the Dream Time, The Last Babysitter. Now, I'm reading some of these, so I guess Angelica wants something that, okay, some of these episodes are older to me, like Under Chucky's Bed. I remember that episode. The Tooth or Scare, she's trying to get teeth. I think I may have recalled that. In the Dream Time, I do recall this episode. Chucky's, having, bad dreams, and she can't tell if he's awake or not. So does Chaz in the end. It's the famous, I'm not Stu, I'm not Tommy. That meme, that is a classic. And The Last Babysitter, well, Lissa's babysitting, so that's Susie's sister's name. Party Animal, well, I kind of remember, just not as much. But, I do like the whole, I'm not so, this is where it came from, Abercrombie Video. Oops. Oh, well, was I supposed to return this? Too late now. Don't sue me, Abercrombie Video. Unintentional as a child. I was a child, but it's mine now. Angelica the Divine. Yeah. We have four cartoons plus a bonus video puzzle. So the bonus video puzzle is see if you could solve it. So maybe there's a question, how to solve, But the episodes are Angelica the Magnificent, but she tries to do a magic show and she makes Lil disappear. 7 Voyages of Cynthia. One of my least favorite Rugrats Search for Reptar levels. But the episode is okay. Runaway Angelica. When Angelica gets so mad that her father rightfully punishes her and sends her to her room. After destroying his office paper, when he clearly told her many times not to play with. Yeah, oh, she's so deprived. And Angelica's worst nightmare. Oh, good lord. One of probably the most haunting episodes when you were a child in Rugrats. I mean, imagine, I never had to go through this, thank God. I mean, okay, I kind of sad because I'm lonely, but imagine if you were expecting a new sibling as a child, saying, ooh, another episode of Rugrats. Turn it on and see that big baby. Yeah. You would probably quickly say, kill the thing. Because when you're a kid, you cannot differentiate between reality and not. So imagine thinking, is that what my new sibling is going to be? A monster like that? Grow like Godzilla-sized, huh? But anyway, speaking of my favorite Christmas episode, the Santa Experience. Plus, it has special double feature holiday cartoon plus 1 bonus cartoon. And that bonus cartoon is the Blizzard. And that is like their first snowfall. Oh, they forgot to get directions, but honestly, the Blizzard I thought was a very funny episode. Because where Stu is like, yay, a storm, school's canceled, and like, you're 35, Stu. Well, you know what? Heck, he's 35. I'm 29, almost 30. I'll say, yeah, school's canceled. Because I feel so good for the kids. But don't have to go to school. That's what he should have said. Either that or he was really dumb, though. Forgetting he's a grown-ass adult. But you know what? I thought that was hilarious. Baby's on board. We have 4 Adventure Bound episodes. We have the double length feature, Discover America. We have The Jungle. We have Journey to the Center of the Basement. And we have Fair Play. Now, all these episodes are actually really, really good. I don't think there's one episode here, besides maybe Journey to the Center of the Basement, that even then I don't dislike it, but that one's a little more bland, where the rest of them are just kind of like go to a place and it's a lot bigger and more adventurous than what it really is. I kind of love those type of episodes. Because, you know, it's through the baby's point of view. I love it when those episodes go on. We are almost done at the tapes, believe it or not. Angelica Knows Best, 5 scheming stories. We have Psycho Angelica, Angelica Knows Best, Angelica's Last Stand, Ransom of Cynthia, and Word of the Day. Well, guys, 2 famous episodes on here that, one, I actually reviewed on this channel, which is, I believe, Angelica Knows Best. The one about lying. I think I do particularly remember doing that review on my channel. Strange enough, a lot of Angelica-based episodes have a lesson of some sort, even if it might seem silly, like good moral lessons, like not to lie, not to curse, which again is another famous episode, where Angelica says the F word. I am pretty sure that's what it's supposed to represent, because when she asked what word, and Drew is like, it's uck, it is very clearly that word. My gosh, like, it's actually very hilarious how it's not as big of a deal to use that word now, but back then it was really taboo. I mean, it's a big deal. Like, Aunt doesn't like me saying it, but that's because she's kind of in the older generation, in a way. Diaper Duo, 5 big cartoons. Now this movie is pretty much about both Chucky and Tommy. And the episodes we have is Down the Drain, The Odd Couple, Mirrorland, Give and Take, Farewell My Friend. And all these episodes, I might have to rewatch some of them. Mirrorland is an okay, relaxing level in the game now. To me, it's just not, I don't know what to do with, for the most part. Kind of like that bonus stage. The Odd Couple tells the story of how everyone feels when their best friend comes and sleeps over for the first time. And you learn how different you are. Yeah, okay. And that hasn't always happened to people. Sometimes they have a sleepover and everything goes as they would expect. But poor Tommy and Chucky do things completely different ways, and they're literally like an odd couple. Like, Chucky is neat and very, routinely based, and Tommy's just a destructive little tot, where his parents clean up for him, and he hasn't been taught to put away his toys, so he drives Chucky nuts, and they kind of learn, but they learn from each other. Tommy learns from Chucky, though, I think, when he cleans his room up on his own at the end. But it just goes to show ya. Dead Kate in Diapers, Volume 2. There's Phil with a lollipop. And Lil with what? Is it confetti? Oh, it is. Wow, Phil gets the fun thing. Phil gets the good thing. Well, I suppose confetti is fun to a baby. But we have my last pick for the top 10 episodes. Favorite Fraidy Cat episode. Chucky versus the Potty. Yeah, I would say that. Favorite No Nonsense Neighbor episode. Dr. Susie. Favorite Out of This World Fantasy. Vacation Special. Yeah, I suppose back then that was the case. Favorite Spunky Sister episode. Finsterella. Favorite Amazing Imagination episode. Bigger Than Life. And then we include a 5-minute bonus Rugrat featurette, which I forget what it is, really. Usually it shows a little more information, but and our final thing is not necessarily Rugrats, but it is All Grown Up. And since this is in the same category, I'm including this. We have All Grown Up changes everything. Now I don't know what number VHS this is. Let me see. Oh, so it's the first one, very first one. And the episodes they have on there are Susie Sings the Blues, Coupe de Ville. These two episodes, I admit, teach great lessons in a way. The Susie Sings the Blues, it teaches to not, it kind of teaches in a way, like, to not, if something seems too good to be true, be careful. Because Susie gets scammed. Because she wants a singing career. And if Coupe de Ville, well, yeah, family is family. You can want to be independent. Like, Phil and Bill want to be independent from each other, because since they were in diapers, they were kind of the same, in a way. And it goes to show you, though, that you could still be yourself, but love your family. Or hate. Whatever really works that way. Alright. With all these takes out of the way, yeah, the fun stuff. Okay, not so fun. Oh, I buried myself here. Literally. I got a bunch of books. Yay! Isn't art books fun? Well, sometimes. We have Prince Chucky, which is a party for a king and queen. Chucky discovers that he looks exactly like a real prince, a really spoiled prince. That is, when Chucky and the prince accidentally switch places, Chucky finds out that being royal isn't all it's cracked up to be. Yes, I have to reread some of these things. But I found them along with a bunch of other stuff, so... Space invaders! Help! Space creatures have invaded Tommy's backyard. Sure that the aliens have come for their moms and dads. The Rugrats bravely face the enemy. The babies even use their best weapons. And the invaders turn out not to be so tough after all. Just a little messy. Rugrats in the ring. Yeah, I'm not going to take that time and read all of it. You guys can pause it and read it yourself, in a way, because that is pretty much the Rugrats go. Rugrats, up, up. Up and away, Reptar. remembers those book fairs? Stormy weather. I guess they have reading, you know, like different level books of reading. This is kind of a Rugrats movie tie-in book, I believe, and it talks about yeah, isn't that funny how they always thought at the very beginning Dill was going to be a girl? Yeah, honestly, it's funny how Charlotte was absolutely correct. The Rugrats and the zombies. I admit they are very haunting, aren't they? Look at Stu and Dee Dee. I would be horrified too. To a toddler, that would be horrifying. We have Reptar to the rescue. Rugrats blast off. Sight for sore eyes. Yeah, you don't want to do that, Spike. Last time Angelica did that, it did not end well. Another Rugrats movie spin-in, the Rugrats versus the Monkeys. A movie, a Rugrats the movie tie-in book. Yeah, remember when Chucky actually did save Tommy from those monkeys in the movie? And the last of my books is Chucky Meets the Beastie Bunny. Oh, good lord. Look at that thing! That's horrifying! I don't blame Chucky. Oh wow, there's no real actual description on that. And finally, our favorite part of this video is probably going to be the games, my favorite part of it, because that's going to be the least information I have to give. Totally Angelica for the Game Boy Color. I honestly don't know if that was the smartest for me to get that version of it. Probably should have gotten the PlayStation version. Maybe someday I will get that too. Just not at this point. Rugrats Scavenger Hunt. I've learned that this does not completely work, but I have other ways to play it, so having it in my collection is just as good. We have Rugrats Search for Reptar. I know I don't have the lid or the cover. It's up there on the wall, as you see. But here is... Oh shoot! That's how that goes. put this back in here. And the final thing is one of my newest Rugrats things. Rugrats Studio Tour. Well, actually not the newest, the Scavenger Hunt is the newest. But next to that, this is the newest thing in my Rugrats collection, is the Studio Tour, the sequel to Search for Reptar, which right now I don't find as, I haven't played it enough, but I'm just not good with these type of games. Like, and I thought the Rugrats Search for Reptar, some levels were bad. A lot of these levels here are more like racing and those things that are platforming, that are more, you know, advanced platforming than just the small little platforms where you would climb up. It's just more of it. They went harder with this game, and maybe I should appreciate that though and give it a real shot.
Well, there you have it, guys. My Rugrats collection. I hope you found it interesting. I had a real good time making it. Minus the digging everything out and putting everything back up. But I think in the end, it was worth it. I'd probably extend my collection, maybe with more of the tapes that I don't have. Maybe memorabilia, I don't know. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel and like what you see, please subscribe and help this channel a lot. And don't forget to hit the bell notification so you'll know when new videos are coming out. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!